Oh, great. Send him in. Oh, and by the way, you're fired.
Fired? What do you mean, fired?
How else can I say it? You're being let go, your department is being downsized, you're part of an outplacement. We're going in a different direction, we're not picking up your option. Take your pick. I got more.
Play that sax. Give it to me. You better play that sax. Okay. Yeah. You better play that sax.
How come February, even though it's the smallest month in the year, has the most stuff happening during it? I mean, come on, people. Leave something for March.
You're not leaving any for the rest of us.
I thought, I could kick back, relax, hopefully, maybe, possibly, try to enjoy my vacation. Eat some nice tasty food, hang out with some friends, work out, work off that tasty food, then, play this here Avowed. And China came a-knocking. And when China knocks, they kick the whole fucking door down. FBI, open up! But before I get into the shenanigans that's going on in the topic for this video, I'd like to ask everyone to hit the like button, if you enjoy the video, subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment down below letting me know if you've enjoyed my coverage on this topic and other topics, and if you're excited to see more topics on the near future. Click the notification bell so this way you get updated on when I'll be uploading. Alright, without further ado, on February 19th, 2 trailers dropped on the Marvel Rivals YouTube channel for both The Thing and The Human Torch, the last 2 of the Fantastic Four team to have been released. This of course would not only excite the current player base, but would also give incentive to draw in new players and some old returning ones who may have left the game during the initial hype. Regardless, NetEase, the game studio operating in China, has been praised by gamers all over for their efforts and dedication developing a game that is both fun, competitive, and very beautiful to look at.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Extra thick!
However, there was one slightly teeny tiny little issue that quickly flushed this momentous occasion down the figurative toilet.
Oh, that's real nice.
Marvel Rival Studios shockingly closed down by NetEase, laying off everyone. Boy, that title like that sure sounds like NetEase are real net assholes, huh?
These stupid billionaire companies tossing away the developers like nothing. Who do they think they are?
The news broke after the game developer Thaddeus Sasser wrote in his LinkedIn account about being laid off by NetEase. His post spoke both about his confusion for the decision by the company and spoke highly of his team, praising him for their time developing the game. Jack Barrow, another developer, would share his similar post on his LinkedIn page, jokingly talking about being let go. Even though neither of the posts shared any animosity towards NetEase themselves, that didn't stop accounts like Pirate Nation sharing these posts on X with a very cheeky damned if you do, damned if you don't comment. Through those words, one can easily imagine his feelings towards NetEase and vice versa the game industry. People were of course in his reply showcasing their frustration and confusion with NetEase's decision on getting rid of the developers and the game director himself. I mean, he's the lead director, right? Right?
Wait for it.
There wasn't much information on the reasons why the devs were being let go. The ones that spoke out really didn't say much, so all anyone could do was speculate. However, journalists began flooding their websites with articles, one after another, talking about this controversy. The articles that came out first weren't shy about making sure their headlines was emotionally eye-catching for the reader. One even outright calling NetEase ice code. Of course it was fucking Polygon. In a matter of hours, the game that was being held as the next coming of video game Jesus himself, beloved by many, hated by few, got turned on its head and was threatened with boycotts from players. I was hearing from some channels that players were even review bombing the game. However, I decided to actually look into this myself, and so I went on the Steam to try to look at the actual current reviews. These are the most recent ones that have been left on the page in the past day, and as you can clearly see on screen, there's only a handful of them on there. Like I'd say 1 in every 5 reviews is a negative one, and it doesn't really go into more detail than just a 1-sentence review. That's it. It's just that's it. There's nothing else to it. At least what I could find. If someone else has something else, I'd be willing to hear it, but I haven't found anything myself. I even saw an article talking about how NetEase's stockholders were getting worried that the game was going to start plummeting and their stocks were going to start going down as well.
Wow, what a waste. The poor children.
How could they do this? How could NetEase do this? They were the chosen ones. They truly are a bunch of slimy fucks, getting rid of the lead director and his whole team. After all, the game is such a success, it made so much money!
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.
Okay, I'll stop with the joke now. If these people, journalists, content creators, random posters online, would have waited just a bit longer, they would have seen that the team that was let go worked out of Seattle and weren't larger than about 6 employees. Was Thaddeus a game director? Yes, that was his official title, but he was not the lead director of Marvel Rivals. That title belongs to someone named Guan Gian, I hope I pronounced that right, the creative director who works at the Chinese studio. Also, some extra note, the Seattle team was an R&D branch, meaning their primary focus was on research and development. Now, that's nothing to sneeze at. Developers of all kinds are integral and important during a game's development process. There is no role too small when working in fields like this, whether it be gaming, studios that create movies, play production. Most of what people do are integral to the overall success of what makes something like that of the medium great. But the framing by journalists and people online painted a dramatically different picture than the one many of us were initially led to believe. NetEase a day later issued a statement speaking on their reasons for letting go of the Seattle team, saying they wanted to adjust the Marvel Rivals development team structure for organizational reasons and to optimize development efficiency for the game. They also added that they wanted to compensate the Seattle dev team, so probably they'll receive some sort of severance package. The story didn't end there, however, because even though NetEase did make a statement, players and ex-users alike rejected the take and still showed their frustrations at the company, seen here from the Stefan Tontilo, I cannot pronounce names, I am so sorry, speaking on the actual subject himself and sharing it on his X account. Finally, before I end off this video, some more news came out while I was editing this. Grums, who is an avid X user and typically reports on things related in gaming, made a post on X explaining that an insider shared with him that NetEase plans on letting go other companies and contract employees they have brought in, naming a few in his post. Now you know me.
I'm kind of retarded.
I'm a bit of a skeptic, so when I hear someone was given a tip from an insider, I typically kind of ignore it, or I like to wait for more information to come out before I myself relay that info. I like to have evidence, physical evidence, or some sort of documentation or something to help prove that case. Even if it's something small, I can kind of dig deeper for it. Like originally, I had heard that one of the reasons why the Seattle team was let go was due to poor work and laziness, but I wasn't able to confirm this with the people I saw talking about it, so I just kind of ignored it. But there appears to be some truth to this, because another X account named Daniel Amadan, again bad with names, spoke about how NetEase has been pulling funding from other different overseas teams for the past year now. Daniel also shared a link to an article talking about the recent layoffs and the possible intentions behind the team and future ones. I'll link it in the description below so this way you can check it out yourself, but in short, NetEase and other Chinese companies invested into the Western and Japanese video game companies around 2019 to 2023. You see, China for a while had been wanting to get into the actual video game scene, and they saw Japan and Western studios as their answer to that because they were made so many big AAA hits. They also saw this as a great opportunity to expand their market to the West and Western players themselves. Two birds, one stone. But after the success of Game Science's game Black Myth Wukong, this assumption was shattered. You see, Game Science was able to produce such a big, monumentously loved game with such a smaller team. It also doesn't help that many companies like NetEase and Tencent were having terrible times because of the pandemic. They saw costs going up while also having difficulties working with companies overseas. So at the end of the day, you kind of have to make your choice with it though. You can take what NetEase said in their statement and look at the choices they made during it to kind of come with your own conclusions about how you feel about Marvel Rivals and them as a company. However, there's something to always be said for waiting on a story to develop. not jumping to conclusions out of the gate just because you want to be the first one to report on the spicy little story. For me, this basically just kind of helped solidify and cement the belief I had that most people will jump on board onto anything with as little information, so long as you paint the big bad company as the villain in all this. Again, not trying to say NetEase is perfect in their decision to let Thaddeus and his team go, but at the end of the day, they were hired to do a job. They were contracted work, and after that work was finished, they decided they no longer needed them. It sucks, it puts a lot of people in rough positions, and it actually makes more people enemies than you would think, especially online. All I can do is I can hope that these guys get up back out there, they find new jobs in the game industry, and they work just as hard as they did for Marvel Rivals for whatever they did. The problem is the game industry has been slowly lacking lately, and then with layoffs after layoffs after layoffs coming almost every other month, it's hard for me to see that they'd find work anytime soon. I could also be totally wrong about that and they could find work the next day. I don't know. But for now, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys for checking out the video. I want to say also big thank you to all my new subscribers, because I did not expect my last video about Avowed to hit as big as viewerships, as many likes, and just everything. I was blown away. I'm so close to 100 subscribers. And when, like I stated it way back when I first started my channel, like I never thought I'd get past 10 like subscribers and maybe like 2 to 3 views per video. But seeing the fact that like I'm getting like around 200 to 500 per video, and where I'm at now for subs and likes and comments, it's been great engaging with people and commenting on my videos. It's been great to talk to people about this stuff, about gaming, and soon anime, because I still want to actually do that. I still want to make anime reviews and talk about anime, the studio, because those are two big hobbies of mine that I really have a passion for and love. So expect more content on like that. I'm trying to get out faster with uploading, so this way you can see like probably a video a week or something. But you know, no promises, but I'm really trying. I'm trying to work hard, make sure I do my due diligence and check my sources, check on information that's coming my way or information I'm looking up. And like I said, I will never be the first one to report on a video, on a subject, or any news. I don't like doing that, and I like to wait and make sure I'm doing everything I can to get the story as close to the truth as I can. That's what I like, that's what I want from people, that's what I hope that you people will like about me. So with that being said, I don't want to glaze myself too much more. Again, thank you all. I appreciate you guys, love you guys. See you next time. Have a wonderful night, have a beautiful day, have a great morning.